Hi, I'm Stella, founder and chief storyteller at Neo, and I'm doing the Ultra Human Challenge in August and September, tracking my ultra human data to see if I can measure the ascension symptoms that we all experience when we begin our spiritual awakening. Today is an exceptionally difficult day. It's just one of those days. It's not necessarily that something bad happened, it's just that the day is so heavy and it's so difficult to go through the day that every single thing is so annoying and every single thing takes extra effort to just complete. Basic tasks take forever, mostly because your capacity or tolerance, that patience that you usually have, that I usually have, is just not there. And so essentially, I'm ready to go back to bed, but I still have more work to do, more life to live. But I had a look in the app, and it was interesting to see that my sleep score was at 76. And I actually had a notification in the app. Did you have a heavy meal yesterday? Your sleep, HR, heart rate took time to stabilize and drop. Generally, heavy meals, late exercise, and consuming stimulants like alcohol, coffee, and tea before hitting bed could cause this. So, 8 hours sleep, 5 full sleep cycles, I feel like shit. And the data shows that my sleep isn't actually that good. And apparently, the lowest heart rate that I reached was about 10 in the morning. So you can imagine that my body has been undergoing something, whatever it is. And I've definitely felt a shift, whether it's spiritually, whether it's energetically speaking, that the pressure has increased. I spoke about the pressure in a previous video, but today just feels like you're going against something really heavy. And it doesn't matter how upbeat you are, that joy that you feel with your upbeat attitude, it goes away the moment you stop trying to fight it. This pressure chamber, this darkness, this heavy energy. Ironically or paradoxically, today was also the day I started the day with 100. Perfect score, perfect movement score. So, ups and downs. I didn't get the sleep that I needed. I know that I need more sleep, but I managed to get movement right at the start of the day. Went to the beach, actually wore my ring to the beach, had a couple of swimming sessions as well. So, very pleased with the start of my day, even if it's been a very difficult day. And it's hard to explain days like these because it's not like there's something wrong happening in your life, and it's not like you're sick. I've definitely felt more of allergy season, but it's not something uncommon. I think the sneezes that mimic allergies, I think these might be related to the Ascension symptoms, and they usually last, well, up to a week. And depending on if you're going on another Ascension cycle, they might continue or you might get a break. For me, it's been a little bit of a non-stop, so a lot of sneezing, a lot of mucus, TMI, I know, but I think it's all contributing to the exhaustion and it's all pushing me to rest more. Paradoxically, ironically, this is exactly when the creativity starts pouring as well. So the moment I slow down or the periods where I'm expanding the most, there are a lot of creative ideas or creative projects. So you got to make the most of life, and you're not going to be balanced as much as you want to be balanced. But again, having the data is so useful because if I told somebody else I had 8 hours of sleep, I did everything that I needed to do, essentially, but I'm still feeling really awful, they'll probably say, you probably could have done something more. And that's the thing. Some days we're doing the best that we can, and there are factors outside of us. The spiritual changes, the energetic changes, the changes in frequency that we can feel, but we do not understand consciously. And I don't think we're meant to understand them consciously as much as we're tracking the data and having these conversations and bringing our ideas down to earth. I think some days you have to acknowledge today's going to be a difficult day. I feel the energy is going to be really heavy today, and I have to power through it the best that I can. If I can be graceful, fantastic. Maybe I won't be able to be graceful, and that's okay. I'm going to give myself permission to go through the day as best as I can. And if I want to throw a temper tantrum, okay, so be it. Everybody gets tired from time to time. And sometimes this spiritual awakening journey, it takes a toll on the mind, on the psyche, on the heart. So essentially, that pressure is going to have to be released one way or another. And sometimes you need a kickbox session, other days, you need yoga. Some days, a walk is all that you need. And other days, you need a hit session that's probably more than an hour to get it out of your system, whatever this is. So if you're feeling pressure, if you're feeling heavy energy, allow yourself to feel it and allow yourself to be the vessel that releases that energy. There are plenty of workouts that you can choose from the Ultra Human library. Also, YouTube, fastest way to get your workouts, and then you can log them into the app. So that connected experience, it's available to you if you want to participate, especially because it's allowing you, it's helping you to integrate more of your higher self. The more consciously that you approach it, the more that you set the intention, I want today to be a day that I get closer to my purpose, to my higher self. I want more of my true self and purpose to be revealed to me. And I'm willing to continue to walk forward, even if the pressure feels suffocating, because on some days it does. On the plus side, because there's always a silver lining, when you're going through a phase where you're just exhausted and you're facing a lot of pressure, even if you're pushing yourself to do more than you can, than you should, you realistically are still slowed down. So you're working at 40% capacity, 50% capacity at max, at best, which is contributing to lower stress levels. So if I examine my stress levels and kind of like the stress rhythm score, I'm actually improving in the sense that at the start of the week, when I had some tasks and I had to organize my week, I was a little bit more stressed. But then the more the week progressed, the more I felt like, I don't know if I can keep up that speed, that pace. And so eventually my body followed. And so I slowed down, which improved my overall balance, my overall well being. Again, in my mind, I'm still thinking I need to do this, and that. But my body is showing me, based on the data, that I'm trusting the journey. And I'm trusting that slowing down is actually good for me, which again is supporting the mission of ULTRAHUMAN, which is to assist you in your recovery time. And so, even on the days when it's difficult, I'll take this as a win that I have done something to invest in my betterment, in my well being, which is allowing me to be a better servant to humanity. So, keeping that frequency high as much as we can, even on days when we're challenged. So I'll be doing the ULTRAHUMAN Challenge. Speaking of challenges, in August and September, there's plenty of time for you to join. And there is a discount code if you don't have a ring just yet and you're interested in the ULTRAHUMAN ring. 5 different colors. I love my silver. I love silver in particular. Gold has always been a color that's associated with the royals and kind of that royal energy. But for some reason, silver brings more of my higher self. That might change, but for the time being, I'm wearing the silver ULTRAHUMAN Ring Air and I am loving it. Thank you for watching, and before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Neo.